Greetings, beautiful people. It's your girl, Yo. Come on in. Come on in. Good to see you guys. Come on in. I'm just a couple of minutes late, so I'm doing good. Y'all gonna be hearing some noises in the background. That's my dogs. That's my pooches. They are right now. They're in the back eating a snack in our cage, right? So they may show off, and I might have to stop for a minute. But listen, I have to come in here and let y'all know some things. Y'all see the title? It says grocery items you must stockpile on before February chaos. Okay, so come on, I'm waiting till y'all get in here. So y'all come on in. Thanks for coming by, y'all. Stopping by. Y'all know what to do. Hit the like button. Do all that jazz. Okay, now what is she coughing about? One of my pooches coughing. Okay, so they pretty good now. So listen, okay, so I told y'all this a long time ago. I was supposed to be making. Hey, Sean, how you doing, baby? I told y'all a long time ago that I was going to be telling y'all some things that y'all should always have in your house. Always have in your house to be able to put some meals together, right? And that's they're healthy meals, they long lasting. And some of these meals that I'm going to tell you may not be healthy, but I know ways that you can twist meals to make unhealthy meals kind of healthy, right? So later on in my so-called YouTube career, I'm going to be putting together some meals and stuff to show y'all how to stretch your meals and how to how to preserve them too. All right, and y'all know it's a lot of stuff going on in this world. Y'all heard about the fires and stuff like that in California. Well, you know that's not the only thing that's going on in the world. It's a whole lot of chaos going on in this world, right? But we're not going to be worrying about all the things that's really going on. We're just going to be making sure we take care of our household and our families. Hey, Kevin H, what's up, Lethal? How you doing, Miss Lethal? Nice to see you guys. Yeah. So I've been, like I said, I've been wanting to do this live stream, but I really haven't had the time to do it because I had so much stuff going on. So the month of January for me is really a busy month. Okay, so on today, I'm not even sure what the day of the week, what the date of the week is. Y'all, I'm telling you. Um, on January the 26th is my anniversary. And then on the 27th, which is the next day, my brother goes to have surgery, and it's going to be almost a 3 hour surgery for him to have cancer removed from his liver. Right? That's going to be that's an all day process. And then on January the 30th is my son's birthday. So it's a lot going on towards the end of the month. So I decided to come on here now and squeeze this live stream in. And I know it's a lot of stuff going on this YouTube street, and I know you guys are into all this stuff. That's cool, but I just want to squeeze in here, just squeeze on in here to give y'all some news that you can really use. I'm talking about that you can use. Hey, what's going on, Knowledge Seeker? Oh, I love that name. I really love that name. I'm always seeking knowledge myself. Listen, okay, so some of the foods that I'm going to name, you guys may say, oh, yo, I don't even like that. Some of the products that I may tell you about. Well, I want you to know, get it anyway, because you may have to use the same type of food to trade with your neighbor. You know, it may be a time or a crisis that come up wherein your neighbor you can switch off, y'all can barter, do the barter system. And I'm telling you guys, I've been telling y'all this since I first came on this jigamabob here. I was telling y'all that I was thinking about a program called Swap More, and I was telling y'all all about it. Go through my videos, you'll find it. And it's basically telling you how you can swap with your neighbors or people that don't even have to really be your neighbor. They could be in the same state. And nowadays they have so many ways that you can transfer foods and products or clothing or whatever you may need through the postal system from different states. So it will behoove you to begin to love your neighbor, or at least get along with them and say, hey, how you doing this morning, even if you don't mean it. You dig? Um, Another thing I want to say, hey, no drama. Another thing I want to say is that yeah, remember the other day I made a video, y'all. The last video I made, I was telling y'all about the moon, and I was feeling something that night. I won't get into details with y'all, but I wanted to show y'all the position of that moon and to let you guys know. Y'all should know about your bodies and how the moon and the elements affect your body, right? Well, just so happened the next day, that afternoon, the next day that I saw that full moon, and it was positioned in the wrong space on the wrong side of, it wasn't like the northeast where it's supposed to be positioned. And I noticed that. Did you not know that I live on the south side of Virginia, where I'm in Virginia, and on the north side they had a small not hurricane, earthquake yesterday. That was just yesterday, right? So I'm telling you, pay attention to your surroundings and these elements and get in tune with nature. And you will be aware of things that's going to happen. So I'm urged to do this live stream now because I've been meaning to do it, but evidently the time it won't right. Evidently, that's why all these things started happening in my life that kept me distracted from doing so. So now let's go back to the foods I'm telling you guys about. Listen, like I said before, you might not like all these things that I'm going to list off to you, but just write these things down and always have them somewhere in your house. Always stockpile these things. Because just because you don't like them. Okay, I want you to know that the average person have 10,000 taste buds. The average human being have 10,000 taste buds, and they are replaced every 2 weeks. Did y'all know that? Did you know you had 10,000 taste buds and your taste buds change every 2 weeks? Okay, so I said that simply because the foods you may not like today, you might like them 2 weeks later. Get them and try them. And think about it. Some of the foods that your parents used to feed you, you thought it was gross. And now, as a grown person, some of those foods you've pretty much like, right? So that's just an example of that. Okay, now get your pencil and paper, y'all. And here we go. I'm going to read off some of this list. Oh, before I do that, too, I want to show y'all something. Y'all know I do canning and stuff. I believe in preparing your food. I have food everywhere in my house. These right here are navy beans. They are dried white navy beans. Hey, Mr. Keaton, how you doing? Yes, okay, be careful. See, they dried white navy beans, right? Okay. The way that I did these beans, and I did these on, the date is, I don't know if you can see it, it is June the 24th, 2020, 2020. That's when I put these beans in this jar. I can open this jar right now and fix these beans and it'll taste just like the beans you get in the bags in the store. Okay? I did that way back in 2020, right? This is like a lifetime shelf life. I didn't have to put any lava bags in here or nothing. And the way I did it was I took the white beans, I put them on a pan, a long sheet pan, and I placed them there. After I didn't when I took them out the bag, I didn't wash them or nothing. I just placed them on the long sheet pan, put them in the oven, and I put the oven on 200. The low is like a low warm, and I put it on the bottom shelf, right? And I let them sit in there for 45 minutes, right? I sterilized the jar. It was already a sterilized jar, which is a balls jar, already sterilized, right? But of course, I washed it and I put it in the boiler. I'm going to show y'all how to do these things again. I'm going to bring it back more present so you won't have to go back to all those videos to find stuff. And yeah, I sterilized the jar after you wash it out real good, nice soapy water and vinegar and baking soda. You wash the jar when you get them off the store shelves, right? You dry them off good. Then you take them and put them in a pan, a big pot on your stove, empty jar in the top and the seal, and you sterilize it. You set it in the boiling water, put the top on it with some vinegar in it, and let these jars boil. Let them just boil until they start to just shake it up in the pan. And after they boil, you get them out and you turn them down on a nice clean white towel, let them dry. Then what I do, I took those beans out of that oven and I put them in this jar. I sealed the jar tight. Then I took the same jar, put it back in some boiling water and sealed it so it's so sealed tight. You got to open it with a can opener. And that's why it can store for this length of time. Okay, so it's a method through the madness. So another thing, these right here, this right here, these are garden fresh tomatoes that I grow in my garden. I grew in my garden, and I made stewed tomatoes out of them. Y'all know what stewed tomatoes is? I took the real fresh whole tomatoes off the vine out of the yard, bought them in the house, put them in some boiling water, let the tomatoes, get the skin so it can get loose. Took all the skin off of it, and I took the same skin I took off of it, and I used that as compost for my garden. But the meaty part of the tomato, I put it in my blender. I blended it up. And then what I did was I put the sugar in it. You know how you make stewed tomatoes? I put the nice sugar in it. And I wanted different seasonings in it. So you have some Cajun season in it. and all of that stuff. Everything that you want when you planning on making a meal, all you have to do is open this jar. It has basil, parsley, everything in this jar right here. There's one big jar, right? Okay. And then I did the same thing process with the glass pot, the glass jar that I told you before on the beans situation. And then I put the top back on them after I put the product in with the tomatoes, seal the jar, put it in a great big pot, one of my boiling pots, and I boiled it and let it the top seal, let it seal so it can seal tight. I canned it. They call that canning. Okay, the date of this, you see, that's July 21st on 2020. You see that? Now, I'm telling you that because if something happens, with something shut down right now, all you'll have to do is take these beans, and go outside. You can use snow. It's snowing here. I can take the snow and put some snow in a pot on with a fire I make in the backyard. I can put some all that snow, collect the snow, put it in a pot, boil it real good. Take some vinegar and put it in that water and boil that water good so it can have like sterilize that water real good, right? You can take that, or you can take the ice chips or ice cubes from off the house, add all the snow and ice you can get, collect it and put it in there, right? Take these beans, put them in that boiling water that I made on the fire outside, right? When these beans get done and the creaminess of these beans, open this thing right up, these tomatoes up, pour that in there, stir it up, and what I have this beans and tomatoes, stewed tomatoes together, because I also made some jars just like this with the beans and stewed tomatoes together already with the seasonings in it. All I have to do to this jar, this was in September the 25th, 2021. All I gotta do is take this jar, open it up and warm it, and it's already ready time to eat. Listen, I'm telling you guys this because I want you guys to start preparing like a Girl Scout. You should always be ready for any type of disaster so that you can feed your family. I mean, always, because y'all see what's going on. Now, welcome again to everybody. Now, here I go. I hope you got your pencil and paper. And the stuff that I'm going to say to you guys or tell y'all about, I keep this in my house. I keep a list of things. So when I go to the supermarket, I don't go willy-nilly like you guys do, because I know y'all do. Some of y'all go to that supermarket and y'all go down every aisle, and on every aisle you're gonna pick something out because you think you need it, right? So when it comes time to make a meal, you may have one thing in there that you can really make a meal out of. I mean, a complete full course meal that can feed the whole family, right? So that's why it's important to make a nice list of things that you have or you love or your family love, and get that list together. And when you go to the supermarket, when you run out before you go, check your pantry and see what you're missing off of your list. Then you just go ahead and go to the supermarket to pick up that specifically, right? Better yet, I'm gonna get you guys graduated where you're gonna be able to go out in the backyard and get it. Okay. But in the meantime, in between time, let's go down this list. Let's talk about canned. We're gonna talk about the canned vegetables first, okay? So I'm gonna be reading some stuff off and y'all write it down, okay? We have beets. And here's another thing. And the name of the stuff that I'm naming off are some of the things that is going to be scarce for you guys to get in the months to come, right? So, and I'm not gonna tell you what's going on. Y'all should know what's going on in the world. Y'all should know pretty much why some of these things are gonna be hard to put your hands on. And I want to let you guys know that the government is stockpiling a lot of foods too. I hope y'all know that. Do you know that they have stockpiling a lot of foods? I'm gonna say allegedly. Okay, and it's gonna be scarce for you. All right, let's go. Okay, first thing is beets. Then we have, you can get the canned beets. Buy canned beets. If you can't get canned beets, get them fresh or frozen. For anything that I name, if you can't get it in the can, get it frozen. Okay. All right. So we got beets, green beans. We have corn. You can get the white corn and the yellow corn. Green peas, carrots, spinach. Now, those things that I just named right there, you can make a pot of soup with that. Put some white potatoes with them. That's a whole pot of soup right there. Let's start all over. Beets, green beans, corn of all colors, white and yellow. Okay, green peas, carrots, spinach, sweet potatoes, water chestnuts. You might not like them. You will learn to. Tomatoes, all types, diced and whole, and especially tomatoes right now. Look at the stuff that's happening in California. Okay, asparagus, potatoes. When you get potatoes, get all kinds of potatoes. You know, you got the red potatoes, the white potatoes, the yellow potatoes, all kinds of potatoes. Get them. And I especially want you to get the potatoes because emphasis on the potatoes. When you buy the potatoes from the grocery store, you can replant those same potatoes in your backyard. If you don't have a backyard, you can do it on your patio. If you don't have a patio, you can grow those potatoes inside of your house. Okay? I have videos to show you how you can do that. Okay? Let's go. Get olives. You know, the cans of olives and the olives, green olives and black olives, get them there in the jar or in the on the can in the cans. Get artichokes, the hearts, right? And then get spaghetti sauce. Get as much of that as you can get. Get tomatoes, I mean tomato paste. Get pumpkin. You know, pumpkin is good for your body. Pumpkin is really healthy for you. So make sure you get pumpkin. You know, they have the things like pumpkin in a can. You can get a whole pumpkin. You get the whole pumpkin, you gut that pumpkin out, you save the pumpkin seeds. When you save the pumpkin seeds, you can take them and put them in the oven, put them on a sheet pan. When you put them in the oven and toast the pumpkin seeds, put a little seasoning on them like that, and you can eat them like that as a snack, right? You can take the pumpkin and make all kinds of stuff with the pumpkin. You can make pumpkin soup. Oh, I mean, I got a video on there about a nice pumpkin soup I made. Okay, you're gonna love it. Just get them, get them, get them, get them. Right? Get succotash. You know, you guys might not know what succotash is, but succotash is in a can, and it's basically corn, lima beans, tomatoes. It's a couple of vegetables like that that's in a can, or you can get it in a bag. Most of the time, you can find them in the shelf, right? All right. Get mixed vegetables, cans of mixed vegetables, right? Again, fresh or frozen, as much as you can, fresh or frozen. All right. Now, that's some of the cans, but let me go down some more. Let me get down some more. Let's go to the canned soups. Now, some of these soups you may say they are high in sodium, which is true, right? But your body needs a certain amount of sodium, right? You don't have to, you can drain those cans. Like we know the chicken noodle soup, some of those chicken noodle soups are really salty. You can take that can and just drain all of that stuff that they use to preserve the noodles or whatever the stuff is in the content inside, drain it, wash it off, and then re-season it yourself, right? So let's get this: chicken noodle soup, can of cream of mushroom, a can of cream of celery, cream of chicken, cream of cheese. Get tomato soup, vegetable soup, chicken broth. You can get the low sodium. You can get the low sodium of chicken broth and beef broth. Get low sodium with those things, okay? Now, are y'all with me? Okay, I'm let me see what Sean said. My mother and grandmother made homemade succotash. Hopefully, yeah, you spelled it right. Yeah, I make it too. But that's what it is. A lot of people get the three different cans to make and put it together to make the succotash. You can get one can with all the stuff that's already in it. Yeah, and that's called succotash, right? Okay. Now we're gonna go with some dry goods, some dry things you should get. Okay, now you need to get, of course, the canned beans, all the canned beans you can think of, but the dry beans, you need to get the navy beans, like I told y'all. These right here save you. I'm trying to tell you who's raised off of these boys right here. These and pork and beans, all them kind of beans. The red beans, black beans, chenille beans, chickpeas. Get the chickpeas too. Chickpeas is really good for you. You know, you can make a bread out of chickpeas. You can make that like biscuits out of chickpeas. You can make cornbread out of chickpeas. But it's a little pea, just like a bean. It's a grain. Get that. Get your butter beans and black eyed peas. I do not like black eyed peas, but you know what? I will eat them in a time of need. I know how to doctor them things up where they be finger looking good. I'm trying to tell you. Okay. Now let's move to the grains. Hey, how you doing, cutting edge? Let's move to the grains. The grains. Excuse me. All right, y'all get grits. Get the regular grits in the box, and you can get the instant grits. But in this time, I would tell you to get the kind in the box instead of the instant. Although you can still fix those instant grits, you know that you put in the microwave. You can still fix them if you need an open fire to do them too. But I would tell you to get well, get both if you can. But stock up on that big box of the big thing of grits and oatmeal. Stock up on that. Stock up on rice, whether it's white rice and brown rice, get both, right? Then get some granola, stock up on that. Lentils, um, get some quinoa, get that. Flour, get cake flour, get wheat flour, get meal or the cornmeal, and then get the white cornmeal. You have yellow cornmeal and white cornmeal because you're gonna be making some biscuits and you're gonna be making some all kinds of breads and stuff so you can survive, right? You're gonna be making flat bread, all kinds of stuff. Okay. Now let's go to the canned meats. Y'all ready for it? Hey, Salaya Binyan, how you doing? Thanks for coming. Are y'all ready for the y'all ready? Y'all with me? Is everybody with me? Am I going too fast? Do I need to slow down? So, because I know I talk fast. Okay, let me see if I'm y'all what y'all saying, just in case if I'm talking too fast. I'm gonna try to slow it down. Okay, go to the canned meats. Get the canned meats, all right? Get some mackerel, the fish that's all the canned fish that you can find. Get mackerel, get sardine, get artichokes, get salmon, get herring, and plenty of tuna fish. Get that. Get the tuna fish. Oh yeah, yeah, we get some stuff now. Okay, so to get the canned meats. You can get potted meat. I know that stuff is not good for you, but you might have to. It might be a time where you just gonna have to have some potted meat, some spam. You might have to get some of that, right? You just get it just so you can have it. Get it so you can have it for backup. Okay, all right. And then you might have a neighbor that stop by that's hungry. You can give it to them. They might like it. Okay. All right. Now the stuff that I'm telling y'all, like I said, some of the stuff is not healthy, but it can be fixed healthy. You don't need no but a dab or something. Because I less is best. A little bit of stuff is better. You know, you can take something that's not healthy. Like say for instance, I have a video on here where I had a slice of cheese pizza, one slice of cheese pizza, one little small slice, right? And I had a great big salad, the spinach salad, and I had all kinds of stuff in there: the tomatoes, the cucumbers, the celery, the carrots, grapes, raisins. I had everything that was so delicious in this big old salad. I ate the salad first. By the time I got to the slice of pizza, I didn't even want it, right? But I'm just saying, balance is the key. All right, moving right along. Let's go to the canned fruits. All right. Now, it's very important that you get every canned fruit that you can get. Now, I mean, including applesauce, right? But also get frozen fruit because the frozen fruit is better than the canned fruit because the canned fruit they put a lot of syrup in it. The different syrup that's not good for you. It's not the natural sugars in the canned fruit. But again, it's better to have than to have not. So get the frozen bags of fruit and the canned bags of fruit. And here's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get like the fried apples. You have y'all seen? I don't know if y'all have it where y'all are, but they have fried apples in a can, right? I take my apples and when you get them from the bag, and I chop mine up and fix them, like that. But you can buy fried apples in a can, and some people use that for making apple pies and stuff like that, and some use it for breakfast food. Okay, get fruit cocktail, peaches, oranges, and mangoes, pineapples, dates, figs. Plenty of dates, figs, and raisins. Get more of that than anything because that helps with your bowels and everything. The dates and figs are so good, and raisins, and get cherries. Get some cherries too. So that's the canned fruit. And I'm sure there's other canned fruit, but these are the ones that I think that are higher in fiber and is going to be good for you in the long run. Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go down to the oils. You know, it's oils that you use when you fry your food, and oils that you can just take, put in your mouth and take a teaspoon of it, and it'll save your life. It'll help you. It'll help with your digestive system and some more stuff. So I'm going to name off some oils that you should always have in your house, okay? And you can go to these big box stores and get them by the gallons, right? So you don't have to go, and because they're expensive already, but they're going to be costing more than you know very, very soon, okay? So we for the oils, you should get coconut oil, olive oil, argan oil, grapeseed oil, canola oil, hemp oil, pumpkin seed oil. You can also make pumpkin seed oil too. I'm gonna tell you about that another time on another video. Macadamian oil, camelini oil, pine nut oil, and vegetable oil. Those oils are a must. Get them in your household, and again, buy them by the gallon. Hey, Monique. Hey, hi, Deborah. How y'all doing? Thanks for coming through. Oh, great information. Thank from Arizona. Well, nice to meet you. Come on in. I'm glad you're here. Okay. Now we're gonna go down here to the syrups and sugars. All right. Okay, so we're gonna get maple syrup, get date syrup, honey, plenty of honey, and get the honey with the comb in it, with the honey comb in it. You know how you see the beehive, the comb that's inside of it? Try to get that kind of pure natural honey. All right. Get coconut sugar, molasses, agave syrup, brown sugar. Now those are the sugars. Some people like white sugar. You can get white sugar too, just to have it as a backup. Okay, but those are the pretty much the best ones to get. And again, you can buy those in bulk. Now, I know this list may seem almost overwhelming. I'm not finished yet. I'm almost there. But just think about it. If you get some of the stuff that I've named in bulk, you really would just have to keep up on your little knickknack stuff that you use during the weekday. You know what I'm saying? If you're making dinner, and I know some of y'all don't even cook. I know some of y'all go to these fast food restaurants and let them cook for you. And I'm going to tell you something before I go on. Stop doing that. Try to do that. Limit that as less. Just limit that as much as you can. Right? Okay. Because I've told you before. Have you ever went to a drive-through and you order? Say you go to a McDonald's or whatever your fast food joint is, right? And you order a sandwich. You feeling just fine. You feeling good. You're in a good mood and everything. The person come and hand your food out the window and they just like here you go. And you get the food, and no sooner after you feeling all good after you get that food, after a while you start feeling heavy, after a while you start feeling moody, and all of that. Listen, think about how many people's hands, how many people hands, all that energy, all of them little hands with that energy, their moods, their vibrations, all of them people touching on your food and fixing on your food and all that stuff. You know, y'all been taught to pray over your food, right? You wonder why. Why? Why do you pray over your food? Right? Okay, listen. All of this energy they're putting on your food and stuff, they're transferring it over to you. This is why you have these mood changes and mood swings after you go out and eat in restaurants. I don't care if you're going on a romantic date. Whoever that waiter is or whoever that cook was in the back, after they serve you that food, notice how you feel. Pay attention to how you feel. Then you'll start cooking your food for yourself. Stop eating behind everybody and let everybody touch on your food. And I know that there's a lot of people that's working in the food industry that have industry that have to put the food even in the cans and all that kind of stuff, right? And they just slinging it in because it's just a job for them. You can't blame them. And you may not even pray over your food. You may just go ahead and take it like, okay, well, I got my food. I'm just gonna go ahead and eat. No, 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 no. Bad idea. Stop eating foods that other people are preparing for you. Know who is preparing your food. Stop that. Okay? You'll feel a lot better, right? Because see, I did all this stuff right here with love. I did all this when I showed y'all these things, these foods that I did, and these tomatoes and stuff. I took one seed, a pack of seed, and I took that ground and I tilted it naturally. I was out there. It was so hot out there and stuff, but it was still beautiful. And I took my hands and I dug in that dirt. I prayed over that dirt. I divided that dirt. I asked the Creator to yield it for my family and to continue to feed me. And I promised to love the plant as He allowed it to grow. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, it's power in what you say and what you do with these hands. Okay? Don't the preacher lay hands on you to heal you? Look, let's move along before I get off the subject. Let's go. Milk, all right? Like the milk and dairy. Now, milk is not good for you at all. For real, for real. Milk is really not, right? But have this stuff just in case you need it, okay? Because you might have to barter, you might have to trade, okay? You get almond milk, hemp milk, peanut milk, coconut milk, rice milk. You can make rice milk too with the rice. So get plenty of bulk rice. You can make your own rice milk. Pistachio milk, carnation evaporated milk, and then in the condensed milk. Let me tell you about carnation evaporated milk. I grew up on the era of carnation evaporated milk. That's what I had. We didn't have Similac when I was growing up. I grew up my mama's breast. She breastfed us, and after she breastfed us, we had carnation evaporated milk. My brothers and sisters and I have never been sick. The only time we have ailments is when we older, and all of us in the 60s. And my oldest brother just passed away from having a heart problem. Right, he had a heart problem in his, and that was so sudden. We didn't even know he had a heart problem. Worked all his life, doing anything he wanted to do. Y'all know the story because it's on here, documented. Now my baby brother, he's my baby brother, but he's 65, and this is the first time he ever had to really be in the hospital for any sickness when he found out about this cancer. Now he have it on his liver and has to be removed. We grew up on carnation evaporated milk. Yeah, that's the kind of milk we grew up on. That condensed milk, right? I say all of that because it's so many changes has happened over the years with what they're feeding our children. And you ladies, when I tell you stop feeding your babies all of this crazy milk and stuff that they're giving you, all these different types of formula, and give them the breasts, that's the best thing to give your babies. And again, you can also give your baby rice milk. It's different things in oatmeal milk, oatmeal milk. There's a whole lot of things you can feed your baby, natural oats and grains you can feed your baby without all the other additives in it, okay? The underlying stuff that they have in it. Okay. Hey, Double Speaks. How y'all doing? I'm gonna take a minute. Hey, this girl. How you doing? Nice. Thank y'all for coming. Northern born, Southern raised. I know that's right. Thanks for coming, everybody. I'm glad y'all here. I'm just trying to give y'all a list of things that y'all should always foods and stuff that y'all should have in your house because it's stockpiling stuff before the chaos break out because we know it's coming. We know it's getting ready to happen. So why wait to the last minute? Let's feather your nest, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do it. And I'm here to tell you. Now, I'm going to go over the seasonings that you should get. All of the seasonings you should have in your house at all times, all of the spices and seasoning. Now, once I do that, I would have completed the list. Now, this list, like I said before, I have this in my house. I have these things in my house. I keep them here. I keep them here. Okay. So let's go over the list of the spices. Okay, the seasonings. You get the allspice, you get cinnamon, garlic powder, cumin, oregano, thyme, sage, smoked paprika, sea salt, or you can get the pink salt, get that too. Basil, rosemary, cilantro, onion powder, tarragon, curry powder, parsley, turmeric, coriander, mustard seed powder, ground cloves, cayenne pepper, nutmeg, cocoa powder, chili powder, fennel, ginger powder, chipotle powder, bay leaves, dill, mint, jerk seasoning, garlic butter, and Dash salt free. The Mrs. Dash salt free. Okay, now that's what you get. And then one thing else, another thing I want to say for pastas. If you're gonna get some pastas, get your panini, angel hair pasta, macaroni noodles, fettuccine, bow tie, and the shell noodles, or in the rigatoni with the colors to them. Okay, they have the different colors, the little squiggly kind. Those right there. Now these are the things that I have. Now when I was going over some of them herbs, some of those herbs that I went over, you can grow in your yard. You can grow in your house like the parsley, like the basil, like cilantro, like rosemary. All of these things and more you can grow in your yard. And all you have to do is buy one pack of seeds. A pack of seeds will cost you about $3 now. One pack, but it's so many um, plants can come out of that one pack of seed. You get what I'm saying? I'm just trying to tell you. Okay. So now, do I have any questions here? Let's see. Let me go look at y'all. Because that is the list that I wanted to share with y'all for a minute. Yeah, happy Thursday to you too, this girl. Look, that's the list that I wanted to share with you guys. Now you can always take this video, share it with your friends, rewind it, and write down the stuff. And I don't have the time to do it, but I might take the time one day to write the list out and put it on my community wall so you can just print it on out and don't have to do nothing but take it with you. And that's my gift to you guys. Okay. Thank y'all so much for coming. I really appreciate it. Y'all know I can't stay on this thing long, but if y'all have any questions for me, I'm gonna drop the link real quick just to see if anybody want to come say something or have any questions for me. All right. But again, y'all know, like I said, y'all know what's going on. Uh-oh. Now what did I do? I don't mess something up. I don't mess something up. The daggone thing went black. Let me do it again. I can see y'all now. At first, I couldn't see y'all. Wait a minute, babies. I hear you give it a show off. My dogs give it a show off too. Control V and let me see. Oh Lord, I don't drop that thing too many times. Wait a minute. Let me do it again. I knew you guys probably busy and at work and doing y'all thing, and I can dig it. Yeah, get your money up and yeah, stock your house up and get ready for this that gym storm that's a brewing. Okay, y'all, get ready for it. Okay, don't start showing your little high passes over there. Okay, so I hope I help y'all. Like I said, I just dropped the link in case somebody want to say hey or what's up. If not, I can dig it and we're gonna be moving right along. But I definitely wanted to give y'all that information so that you guys can be set. Okay, and just keep that list and put it on your refrigerator. Stock it up. We go to the grocery store. Check the list. Check your cupboards before you go out there to the supermarket spending unnecessary change and save your when you buy those potatoes and you buy the apples and you buy the oranges, save those seeds from the stuff that you're buying from the grocery store so you can regrow them. Same thing, even the lemons, anything with a seed in it. Hold on one second, let me just tell her to hush because I don't want to holler and let y'all hear it. Okay, yeah, the seeds, I'm saying, even the lemons and everything, any seeds that you get from the store, any fruit that you buy from the store, even vegetables, tomatoes, and all of that, save the seeds, save them. And I got videos on this thing to show you how to do it. Simply take the seed out, put it on a white napkin or whatever you have, put it on a white napkin like this. After you cut it open, whether it be an apple, put it there, tomatoes. You got tomatoes, got seeds in them. Cucumbers, they have seeds in them. Just put them on your napkin, let them dry out for a few days, and save them. Label them, and when it's time to plant, put them in some dirt, and you got the same thing that you just ate, bought from the grocery store. Regrow your food. Okay. Now you guys got it, and I'm gonna get ready to get out here because my babies they need to go out and run and act like complete fools in this big old backyard we got. Okay? Peace, everybody. I want y'all to have a good day. And again, I hope I helped you guys. I'm here to help. And there you go. Would you say, hey? Okay, when you say, hey, pass it through. Yes, right. Okay, love it, Cherokee. Thank you for stopping by. Catch it, baby. It's in there. I'm not going to delete the video. It'll be here. All right, y'all. Have a good day, everybody. Peace and be good. And cook your own food and grow your own food if you can, okay? All right, y'all. Bye, everybody. Thanks for stopping through. You ready, girls?